Now, this is a question that's dividing parents, apparently. Should we let our children play with toy guns?
Play is play and pretend is pretend. So when they're playing with the guns or they're playing with violent toys, it's not a predictor of their future selves. You know, it's not a rehearsal for violence. It's play because it's imaginative and they need it and it's really good. There's so many benefits for them. So I don't have an issue with it because toys are toys, and there's a lovely little phrase that says, you know, play is the language of the child and the toys are their words.
The world, as we know it, is on fire right now, and toys aid play. Toys are never there to take over play or make the whole thing about that game, right, about violence. They aid play. So if you talk about Lego, you are building, you're creating, you're constructing a world. If you talk about art, it's that place again with your imagination. If you're talking about dolls, and this shouldn't just be a gendered conversation, but you are then have a family, you have friendships, you talk to yourself. The whole thing for me about seeing children, and I spoke to Debbie about the fact I have two little girls, and perhaps it is a different perception for me, and I have to be really careful about that. But I wouldn't be purchasing those kind of toys for my girls. They probably wouldn't choose them, okay? But when you're giving a child a toy as an aid of play, but it's mainly violent and it's mainly, I'm going to shoot you dead, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to stab you, and that is how they're playing to regulate and interact with each other, you're overstimulating them. We know about what happens when a gun is in your hand and you're someone who is not of a stable mind or is dangerous. We know how dangerous it is.
We do as a grown-up, but children don't as children.
But do
because
they
they're
need that
playing
for
with
fun?
themes and they're playing with how to express anger and how to express emotion, and actually it shows, evidence shows, and there's loads of evidence on this, genuinely. Thousands of children have been studied, longitudinal studies, and it shows us that there is absolutely no evidence to show that playing with toy guns is any predictor of future violence
that for
in
certain
life.
children, playing with violent toys, which I would say guns and swords and knives, is actually not helpful for them. It can make things
Is
even
there?
worse.
I've never read them or heard of them.
You have a huge amount of experience in this, but do we need to aid them with this kind of material, which we see on television shows, on films and in real-life news bulletins for actually killing people? That would be my worry.
Well, that's your choice as a parent.
Yeah.
For me, as a play therapist, it's absolutely fine because it's not a predictor of their future life. We're calling them violent weapons, but like, that's not a violent weapon to a child. It's just a gun that we're playing and having a bit of fun with. And like, playing guns is actually great crack, and playing with aggression toys, which what we would call them as play therapists, is so beneficial because it helps them to navigate how to manage anger and action and bravery and consent and boundaries. I'd be much more concerned what does affect them is what they're watching on screens and
100%,
manosphere and
that
all
too.
this type of thing. Definitely not the pretend and imaginative play.